Everyone, Lance Ippolito here at the Future of Wealth. I am decked out in my fishing gear, but before I head out offshore on the boat, I want to go over a trendline breakout strategy. This is a daily chart of the ticker symbol VFF, that is Village Farms. It's a cannabis company in the ag tech sector. Beautiful move from $10. It was a $10 rule trade too, and it's up nearly 35% since the $10 rule trade. But here's a breakout strategy using trend lines. So here I went to a daily chart on my platform, and all I did was simply identify where is a trend line at and how I can confirm it using volume to make sure the trade is legit and it won't fail on me. So here I'm going to go. Overall, the trend in the stock is bullish. Had a nice run from 293 to 18, has pulled back, and now here it is with the trend line here from about June when the stock was around 14 bucks a share. Let's actually zoom in on it here a little bit. And you can see all I did, you don't have to use perfect, technical lines or anything like that. Here, I'll actually show you how to do it. So go to your platform, wherever your tools are, you can, like on mine, for example, it says add drawing, I right click, and then it gets me a little line where it says trend line. First thing, perfect. Next, I'm gonna draw it where I think price has already been before, or basically where has price bounced a few times, look at it as resistance. And so far, I could put it here technically, or I can just go to a further date and time, because that's what I want. Since I'm on a daily chart, I want time with me. So I'm gonna put it right here. So therefore that will lead me to right here to 722. Now I already highlighted below, this is volume down below on the subgraph. And you can see when price approaches this trend line here, you see how volume starts to pick up? So that's one thing you always want. You want volume to confirm a trend direction, especially if you're having a trend change from lower to higher. You want volume to pick up. That means there's buyers showing up. That means there's demand for a stock showing up. So you have your trend line. When you break that trend line to the upside, like we did right here, you see how we started to hit it and then we broke it. Look at volume escalating here. So that's what we want. We want increased volume as we take out that resistance. So think of a trend line as this. A trend line is price beats up against it, right? And the more time it fails, the greater the power. And then eventually, when you break that trend line out, volume expands, volume picks up, there's increased demand, it drives prices higher. So let's see what happened shortly after. So here we have the trend line breakout around 10.5 a share. We had another day of elevated volume to confirm it. And then pretty much ever since then, we no longer had a down day. Prices only went up. Here we are around 13.5 a share from about 10.5 a share, nearly a 30% move or so on the trendline breakout strategy. So you can use this over and over again. My little tip here is start with the daily time frame, and then you can use this strategy all the way to a 5-minute or even a 1-minute time frame if you're day trading there. So let's wrap it up. Trendline breakout. Put that trend line at previous resistance levels. When you have volume, when you trade over that trend line, you have the breakout, it is confirmed, and look for higher prices.